If I'd known how Steve was going to turn out, I would probably noted the date.
July of 1978.
1973.
1967.
It was June 1971, about 50 years ago.
December 1975.
I met Steve for just like 3 minutes as I was interviewing with someone else.
I've been knowing Steve ever since I was probably like 6 years old.
Upstairs working puzzles, and he walked through.
In that amount of time, took the opportunity to make at least 2 or 3 Jerry Falwell jokes, laugh a little, and ask me a little bit about my life.
50 years.
He seemed like an okay guy. He has been a great friend.
Steve Jester is a philosopher.
Mentor.
People person.
Kind. Friendly.
I would say friend. And that didn't happen just after I got there, that happened immediately.
A person who genuinely cares about other people.
Smart and strategic.
Very, very effective.
Good administrator.
Persuasive.
When it was time for Steve to raise money, he just kind of put your wallet in your back pocket and zipped it up because you're in trouble.
Honest.
Transparent and open, and you got what you got, and you knew exactly what that was.
Open.
Dedication.
Dedicated. A dedicated, community-minded servant.
Has a passion to do things right.
Somebody that gets things done.
It's 2 words, and I'll put a hyphen in between and say purple sweater, because I can't describe Steve without imagining him in that daggone purple sweater that Kathy made him get.
Hilarious.
Goofy.
I've never been around Steve that I didn't end up laughing the whole time.
Loyal.
He's loyal. Steve's very loyal to his friends and everybody that knows him.
Hokey. Laid back, but passionate.
He's a tremendously easygoing person.
Steve has the wonderful knack of being able to meet anybody at any level, any color, any race, any economic level, and he'll treat them all the same. And that's what you need at YMCA. That's what you need, period.
Probably kept me out of a lot of trouble, so he definitely means a lot to me.
I borrowed the Y's brand new riding lawnmower and drove it about 1.5 miles up the hill to my house because I didn't want to push mow my grass. Burned up the brakes, wrecked the new lawnmower, busted my head open. I'm in Steve's office, probably slightly concussed, and thinking I'm gonna get fired. First of all, Steve cared more about how I was doing than the fact how the lawnmower was doing. And secondly, he said, "What do you think I should do?" He asked that question a lot. "What do you think?" And so I said, "Well, I think you should make me fix the lawnmower." And he said, "Okay, we'll do that." And so that was a lot of money back there. Again, Steve didn't pay very much. But I remember that moment because I thought I was gonna lose my job and have to go home and tell my wife. And instead, he invested in me and said, "You tell me what the next best move is." And at the end of the day, that may be his greatest accomplishment. He grew people all the time.
Steve taught me a lot by never saying he was teaching me anything. One of the things that stuck with me throughout my Y career was Steve's ability to never hide behind policies or rules to do what was right. I don't know how many times I saw him take kids who snuck in the Y and make sure they got a membership because he knew that those kids needed to be in the Y and not outside the Y. He always put people first, particularly kids.
He said, I wonder what Bob Dylan would do in a situation like that. And I thought to myself, I wonder what Bob Dylan would do in a situation like that. And I find myself now, 35 years later, when weird stuff happens, thinking, I wonder what Bob Dylan would do in a situation like that.
Well, no tribute to Steve would be complete without a story about his first love. Whoops, sorry, Cindy. That would be Christy, his legendary 3-legged dog.
One morning I walked out of the Y and I saw a stray dog in the road that had been struck by a car. I called Steve out and we looked at her and decided to clean up her wounds, feed her, and see where she was after a few days of rest.
Christy was known throughout the town as Tripod, and that three-legged dog, and Christy was kind of a legend there.
Well, it's hard to put Steve's best achievement into 4 to 5 sentences.
Steve won the Citizen of the Year award. Basically, the town said, you are the finest citizen this town has this year. And of course, it's expanded a number of years. Steve's greatest achievement, certainly, is the physical and financial well-being of the YMCA and how that has developed during his 51 years.
Making this Y as impressive as it is.
I would say right here we're looking at it.
Well, I think obviously this YMCA.
This Y in this small town. I think he's a bit of a dreamer.
It's what he's done for Altavista by opening up the Y.
He's made a tremendous contribution to Altavista. Through the Y, of course, but through many other ways that he's touched people.
The Y is one of the most important things that the town of Altavista has to offer.
And I think what stands out to me the most is that Steve has had a passion to make sure that the Y serves everyone. That it doesn't matter whether you're black or white, rich or poor, young or old, fast or slow, whether you like to shoot the three-pointer or post it down low, you've got a place in Altavista to come at the YMCA.
The heart of this town is the Altavista YMCA.
I mean, I get chill bumps thinking about it, but all the lives that have been changed because of this Y and what it meant to this community and the ability to attract businesses to this community. So what I take away from that is never let someone talk you out of something that you believe in, and that's what Steve did.
That he's been here for 50 years, and he's been the same Steve for 50 years.
Well, hiring me, of course, clearly his best achievement.
The second achievement, as far as I'm concerned, is the humility he gave me on the racquetball court, because he was an awfully good racquetball player, and so was I in my day.
He taught me how to do really good things through really strong relationships.
Despite being a hippie, growing up in the 60s, and being, against all things that are establishment, Steve Jester was a company man. And I think he represented the YMCA as good as anyone ever has. And he embodied it.
He could have gone to any other Y in the country, and he could have made that a more lucrative endeavor for himself. But he chose to put the work here and the place here as his priority, and the place where people will work together, play together, grow together, is his legacy. The foundation is strong, and I think the work will continue.
It has taught me loyalty.
I think a lot of us are forever grateful to Steve for helping us become the best version of ourselves.
Hello, Steve. Kevin Washington here. On behalf of everyone at YMCA USA, I want to congratulate you on an exemplary Y career. I've served the Y for a long time myself, 43 years. But I've never heard of anyone serving one Y for 50 years. Truly remarkable. Thank you for everything you have done to make the Altavista YMCA the vital community asset that it is today. I wish you nothing but the best in retirement. Take care and Godspeed.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, Steve. Congratulations, and thank you on an amazing YMCA career. We're proud of you, and we love you.
Enjoy your retirement and don't go too far. Make sure you still go to the Y and keep moving and keep contributing and keep giving Maria, because she's going to run that place.
Bye, Steve, but I'll be seeing you.
Bye, Steve.
Goodbye, Steve. See you on the golf course.
Bye, Steve.
Goodbye, Steve. See you later.
Goodbye, Steve, but we know it's hello again.
Congratulations, Steve. Well deserved.
Change for $1? Change for $1?